And if you want to read the whole thing, it's on paulpeaceparables.com. To keep it in the 5 minutes, I cut it a bit. La verdad, la realidad. These are 4 words. Vocês nos Estados Unidos têm muita riqueza monetária e poder e bons tempos para longo período. Nós também queremos pouco de que vocês têm de bom. You have had it so very good in the U.S. We too want some of that very good you've had. My very best of friends, Dr. Luica of Brazil, was pointing out that through the destruction of our ecosystems, for example, exploitation of the Great Plains prairies and the southern longleaf pine ecosystem, we in the U.S. rampantly converted nature's relatively soft and lasting power to artificial military and marketing power over others here on Earth, and subsequently lived the excessively consumptive so-called good life. Many decent humans in Brazil strongly feel that they, logically, have the same right to do this with Amazonia. My poems generally do not rhyme, but this one will this time. In other ways, it's the same old saying. Perhaps that is pretty lame. Against cars, plastics, asphalt, concrete, the military, war, industrial ag, and growth, someday, or some long-lasting night, I will win. 8 billion consumers? Too many conspicuous? Going on 10? Sure, eventually you do win against sin. But I must confuse, because the terrible bruise is that in many sectors of very troubled earth, we have already lost, and eventually, in all likelihood, all will lose. Hence, from this perspective, basically I do lose the fight. But for some darn reason, I still sleep tight every night. Nevertheless, I must say, for stopping socio-eco destruction, there is probably no way. Therefore, for me, nightmares do constantly occur, especially in the midst of day. All through the year, I shed many a tear, but despite crying and inwardly dying, I suppose I continue to have hope. Let me tie myself and retie myself to this dream. Please keep on giving me lots of rope. Some afterwords. All here on earth should have learned ecological principles, processes, and concepts, and worked in solidarity for quality of life for all, including other species. We should be well on our way to positively ethical, applied community ecology, peace, across curricula and campuses of all human organizational entities, like schools and libraries and churches and businesses, and on, across the globe. But now, instead, that we face the inconvenient apocalypse, the virtually inevitable going over the cliff, while milling around locally and in all local mills connected collectively across the globe, we forthwith desperately need to effectively listen, discuss, and learn in solidarity, critically think and strategically plan and take appropriate applied ecological action, and then monitor, analyze, evaluate, and replan. Keep milling around, effectively listening, discussing, and learning, and acting ecologically in solidarity. Thomas Malthus, Rachel Carson, Garrett Hardin, Chico Mendes, Paul Ehrlich, Berta Flores, and yes, Greta Thunberg, and especially polio-struck, one-armed, tennis-playing, ecological economist Herman Daly of Rice University, the World Bank, and other notable sites, who recently passed. They all knew, or know, that this ecological milling around and each ecological learning and ecological acting and ecological solidarity is ecologically necessary. Please, please, please let us all know this. I'm especially curious. Thousands of these climate-changing and polluting plastic bag suckers coming out of HEB every day. versus homemade cloth bags of scraps or even pillowcases. And you try to tell me neoliberal capitalism is moral and ethical? Are you serious? Thank you, Sylvia and Erica, for helping me to try to communicate and